All right. Hey, everybody. I'm here with Erin Faye. Hey, Erin.
Hello.
Hello. And Erin is mostly a buyer agent. She works in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky with Comey and Shepherd. Now, Erin, you are the perfect person to answer this question, unless you're wrong, of course. But let's see.
You could be wrong.
No, it's unlikely. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Should a buyer always have to sign a buyer rep agreement?
So I 100% know we disagree with this, I think.
Okay.
But I do not, I have never in my career had a buyer sign a buyer representation.
Oh my, Erin, I'm so disappointed. Are you serious?
Not one time. Not one time. Correct.
Your
I don't
team,
even know
Monica.
what it looks like.
Why?
Why? So one reason, which probably isn't a great reason, but I know almost no realtors, at least in our area, who do them. So I feel like, yes, I could probably think of one or two others, but really most agents don't require it.
Okay.
Maybe that's a regional thing, but I don't know very many who do. So I do feel like sometimes with stuff like that, does it make me seem pushy or different than everybody else? Mm-hmm. And if no one else is requiring it, why would I? Which is not a great reason, but
yeah. Okay.
It is.
What's your second reason?
I am not a pushy realtor at all.
You think that's pushy?
I think there's something about it that makes people feel like they don't have the freedom to end the relationship.
Okay.
Which is the point of it. If things aren't going the way that they want. And I do feel like with buyer representation, I have probably been ghosted 10 times. Like literally they just fell off the face of the earth, and
right.
I looked them up on the auditor 6 months later and find that they bought a house with somebody else. But
stalker.
Right, exactly. Being a realtor is being good at stalking.
Yes.
But I do feel like out of how many deals I've done and how many buyers I've worked with, really 10 or 15 times having been ghosted is not that many.
No, and not with your volume. And you're not even talking in a year. You're talking in your lifetime. Which
the whole time. In 10 years.
Right.
So, and I feel like, if the relationship isn't working out, I don't want them to stay with me, because then it feels uncomfortable for both of us anyway.
But let me ask you this.
Yep.
Do you get an agreement when you have a listing?
Yes.
So what's the difference?
You'll probably disagree, but actual money spent on a listing is different. And it's a different relationship. So, we are putting their listing on the MLS. We are paying for a photographer. We are dropping our sign in the yard. So at the end of the day, it is a different relationship. Whereas I know my time is money. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest too, I have never broken up with a buyer either.
Oh.
Which
we disagree on that too.
I know.
We should have our own fight club. No.
I
know. You never have, but you've wanted to.
Not one. I have many times, but I just push through. And
maybe we should do tips on working with difficult buyers by Erin.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Somebody give me some tips, but yeah. So I've never asked. I've never done that on the other side. So I don't know. I just feel like if they're not happy with me, they should be able to walk away.
For sure. I mean, I agree with you. And so I think it goes both ways too. Like if it's not working for one person, it's not working for both.
Right.
But the agreement doesn't mean that you can't cancel it. See, I don't know. Interesting. Do you do a buyer consultation?
I do.
Okay.
100% for first-time home buyers.
Okay.
Probably more like 25% for old school. Like
I need a new guest.
I know. I will say I still do a buyer consultation if they've bought a house 4 times, but it's not the same one that I do with a first-time home buyer.
I got you. That makes sense, right? Especially if those 4 times they bought them with you.
Yes, or even in the last 10 years. Because a lot of times I'll say, well, when was the last time you bought a house? And if they're like 30 years ago, then we have a much longer conversation.
Yeah.
But it feels different than I will say, I probably work with half and half first-time home buyers.
Okay.
So, I mean, I do a lot of buyer consultations. I mean, and I've been doing them virtually for a year now, which I would really like to get back to face-to-face with those. Because I feel like
really?
They learn so much more when we're right here.
They do. That makes sense, that you're not capturing like over Zoom or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get it. All right. Well, I think in general you are Team Monica, but that's okay. We can still be friends.
I agree with you a lot of the time.
Okay.
So I think it's okay that one time we don't.
One time. Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you being on. Always helpful. And if people have a referral or they want to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
My phone number is 513-608-0774. And my email is Erin, ERIN, @EPFrealestate.com.
Love it. Well, thanks, Erin. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.